Hello everybody, welcome to another quick vlog on a Saturday, because it is of course Saturday and it's raining, which is always great. Anyway, so I hope you're doing well. Meanwhile, we've had more stricter COVID regulations in the Netherlands because the number of infections are rising, etc. I'm pretty sure we've seen similar patterns all across the world. Um, so the government said, like, okay, work from home as much as you can. Like the previous advice we gave about working from home, take that more seriously, that type of thing. So at work we had extra COVID regulations. We still have to go to the office. And now if we want to go to the coffee corner or go to the bathroom or whatever reason we want to leave our desks for, we gotta wear a mask. But other than that, everybody comes to the office unless you are dependent on public transport, and if you're not and you have a car, then you should drive your car to the office. So I'm like, okay, great, so I have to start driving again. And I did that one day this week, and on the way back there was this truck that was swerving back and forth, and I was like, okay, this is not really worth it to me. I don't really want to end up in a car crash. You know what, I'm gonna go by train anyway because I tend to travel very early, and then I go home early as well, so I'm never in any of the busy times on the rail, so to speak. So I'm just gonna go back and forth by train again. I've also told them that. Other than that, not much is happening here. It's October, so it's like nearly Halloween. In about a month's time, it's going to be November, and I'm going to start writing again because that's what we do every year. I'm not really sure what I'm going to write about, so I'm going to have to think about that. And that'll be all of November. I'm not sure if I want to start a plot description of anything, because usually I just start writing. I just have like a vague idea of a setting, and I'm like, okay, this character sounds fun, I'll just start writing about them. And I don't really have plot points. I just do stuff, the character does stuff, and there's no real end yet, so I do manage to get to the 50,000 words that you need for that challenge, but there's no ending, and it's not much of a story arc either. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll try doing that this year, like try to come up with a story arc so I can actually have like a development in the story, like this thing that goes up and then it goes down, and then you have like a resolution, everything's fine, blah blah blah, I'm very happy. But that usually makes me really bored with the story before I've even started to write it. Like I really need a bit of freedom there, like I need to be able to just let whatever happen, so to speak, because that's what keeps me writing. And if I have like this thing like, oh, in this chapter they have to do X, Y, and Z, and it has to happen before this mark or something, because then otherwise I can't move on to the other chapter, I feel really stuffed in a box. And then people say, oh, well, maybe we should write a series of books then, but they forgot about the fact that there is no story arc. So when does the first book end and when does the second one begin? I don't know. Either way, so maybe I'll do that. Don't know for sure. Either one. I was thinking about starting an Instagram account about that, where I could write about things, about what's happening and stuff like that, or maybe just post about books that I've tried to read and couldn't finish or something along those lines. I don't know if I'll do that, but if I do, I'll let you know. It's Saturday again. Let's just go back to today. I wasn't able to go get groceries this week because usually I get groceries after work on Fridays, but on Friday I had to be at home right after my train arrived, pretty much because they had planned a meeting. I was going to call in for that. So I was gonna go do groceries on another day. So instead of going to the grocery store on Friday, I was like, okay, then I'll go to the grocery store on Thursday. But on Thursday, we had another similar meeting, at least similarly timed meeting, that I wasn't going to be able to go to the groceries after arriving at the station, because I would need to go home, hurry as well to attend another virtual meeting. So that's always great when they plan it like that. That means that it's now Saturday and I don't have any groceries. So I'm going to have to do that today as well as thrift shopping, but it's raining and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go by car today or if I just want to walk. But if it's raining too much, then walking is not an option. I have done that before. I tend to walk whenever I feel like it, and whatever the weather is, and I'm just going to go anyway. But people tend to look at you strangely if you arrive at a place and you're like all soaked looking, like all bedraggled because it's been raining out there. And it's not strange that I look like that, but people will act like you're weird because you're not as cork dry because they took the car, you decided to walk or cycle somewhere. I don't know, people have a weird type of judgment about that. So I'll probably go and grab some groceries on the way to the thrift store. I think I'll take the train, and then we'll see about what we can find there. Probably I'll tell you about that next week if it's something interesting. It's probably just going to be some clothes because I like to look at the clothes. And maybe I'll grab a few extra fleece sweaters like these because it's kind of really cold at the office for some reason. The building manager has not turned on the heating at all, even though we've turned on all the heaters to like their maximum capacity, but it's not actually activating, so it's not useful at all. But okay. So that needs fixing, and it's been really like freezing at the office, and that's why I needed to wear a fleece sweater. Yesterday, I wanted to wear this one. I wore it for a little while, but this is a sweater that I had in the back of my car for a really long time, so it really smelled of car. And so after a while I took it off, and I asked if we had like a company sweater lying around somewhere because we used to have tons of them, and they went and found me one, so I wore that one instead, which was a little thinner, but because the sleeve sweater had already warmed me up, it was not too bad to put on this slightly thinner but long sleeve sweater instead. And yesterday evening I threw it into the washer, this one, and now it's dry and it smells just fine. So in case you're wondering why I'm sitting here wearing a sweater that smells like a car, don't worry, I washed it, so now it doesn't smell like one anymore and I can wear it freely. Hooray. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I haven't gotten those little earbud things yet. They haven't arrived yet. I got the notification that they were sent out about, I want to say a day after I ordered them. But it's been about 2 weeks. That was the 21st of September that I got the notification, and they have to be shipped from the UK, I think. The business is located in the UK, so hopefully it won't take too long. I don't know. Or maybe they've sent the order from China because that's where they're actually produced. I don't know. Either way, so hopefully they'll arrive soon and I can give like a little review on what they're doing for me and if they fit at all, because my hearing, like the channel inside the ear, they're kind of narrow. I always have to have the smallest earbuds whenever I get like those inner earbuds because the other ones just pop right out. So hopefully these things will stay in and they'll actually be useful. So I'll make sure to keep you updated on that. Anyway, have a nice weekend. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.